I think some people here want to hear about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, everybody, it finally happened. Welcome, everybody. It's been a long time. Probably only knew me from the FNaF 3 console soundtrack, or never heard of me at all. So let's change that by talking about today's reveals for the FNaF DBD column. And there are already new screenshots and infos that were not shown in the stream, so stay tuned for that. So if you didn't know, there was actually a stream from the DBD developers, and they streamed their 9-year anniversary from PAX East, and there they showed off the new chapter, which is Five Nights at Freddy's. The first thing they talked about was a roadmap, and you could see that Five Nights at Freddy's would have a killer and a new map, and that the chapter will release sometime in June, like Secret of the Mimic. Later that stream they finally got to the chapter, and the first thing they showed off was the killer, which is Springtrap.
So what are we doing with Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, okay, so let's start and reveal our new killer.
Yeah.
Let's show that bad boy.
The clip was just amazing. I mean, they really managed to recreate the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 vibe of Springtrap, especially with this pose, which is so iconic from the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 extras menu. They really did a good job. After that crazy reveal, however, they told us that they will sadly not show any perks, gameplay or abilities yet, because they will actually show this in another stream in a few weeks' time. So if you don't want to miss that, then subscribe and turn on the notifications, because I definitely will cover this as well. The only thing they told us is that there will be some kind of unique mechanic for Springtrap if you face him as a survivor.
We'll show some screenshots later, and if you watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're adding on top of the killer a very interesting survivor and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter, that will appear every time you play as Springtrap, or that you face Springtrap.
A crazy thing they showed us though was a Yellow Rabbit Matthew Lillard skin for Springtrap. It's a legendary skin, so he gets voiced by Matthew Lillard as well.
Now, one of the other ways that we like to bring authenticity to the content that we create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really cool ones as we release this, but there's one we absolutely need to talk about today. A legendary outfit for Springtrap that we will have will be taken directly from the movie, and we're going to show a little thing. So, of course, you may have noticed on screen there, this is the Yellow Rabbit from the movie as portrayed by the absolutely talented Matthew Lillard. So it's fine, get it out. Not only are we gonna have his pretty face in the game, but he was nice enough to record all the voiceover for the characters. That's exactly what I said when I heard that.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do the stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this thing is I do like an ape thing. So hold on a sec. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
I think it's just crazy how well they managed to adapt Matthew Lillard and the Yellow Rabbit into the game. I mean, Matthew Lillard is such a talented actor, and it's just crazy they got him to voice his character as well. One thing they didn't tell you, however, in the stream was that Matthew Lillard will only voice this specific skin, because this is a legendary skin, and the original Springtrap will actually be voiced by the original voice actor for William Afton and Springtrap, PJ Haywood. As you can see, the last thing they showed us was some screenshots of the map, and they talked a bit about the map as well, so enjoy.
So we took inspiration from the first game, so you know, most of it. So instead of looking at it through camera, you're actually going to walk in it. And it's filled with Easter eggs, surprises, and of course, jump scares. And there's also one fantastic... Oh, well, I'll let you react to this a little bit more, I think. It is cool. It's an awesome map. The team did great. Can't wait for you to play into it. So there's also something very, very cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding with this chapter. We will have a separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
The last part was really important as well, because if you are new to Dead by Daylight, the maps are actually randomized, so that you can actually pick the FNaF map specifically is a really huge improvement and change, especially for content creators. So yeah, and this was actually everything they told us in the stream. So a thing they briefly mentioned while I gone through the screenshots was there will be jump scares involved in the map or with Springtrap, and they actually mentioned that again in an interview they did to the 9-year anniversary, and there were some FNaF questions, and there they said something about jump scares again, so you could be hyped about that. Shout out to JonnyBlox for providing this information on Twitter or X, however you want to call it, and without him I wouldn't gathered all the information that wasn't mentioned in stream, so he's such a nice guy. I link his channel and his Twitter down below, so check him out. And because of his post, I can show you actually 4 new screenshots which are exclusive to the interview article he linked and were not shown in the stream. So as you can see, this is a backstage area of the map, and you just get a closer look at the animatronic heads, and you can notice that they don't look one-to-one to the FNaF 1 animatronics. It's just their Dead by Daylight take on the FNaF 1 animatronics, and I think that's really good because that shows they invested enough time, they cared enough to craft the models from scratch, and that's just a good thing. The second screenshot is actually taken in the same room, and the one thing you can now see is a table or something, a chair with a really messed up bloody endoskeleton, and it looks similar to the torture device from the FNaF movie, which makes sense because the map is actually a mix from the FNaF 1 map and the FNaF movie map from FNaF 1. So you just see a darker side to Five Nights at Freddy's, because Dead by Daylight is rated higher than all other FNaF games. It's rated mature, so you will see a lot more blood and gory stuff, which I think a lot of FNaF fans wanted to see. The third screenshot is actually really interesting. You can see some kind of security door, and if you look closer there is a screen that tells you something with a 5. Maybe it's just the exit door and tells you need to unlock all 5 generators like the classic DBD gameplay, but maybe it's something different linked to the map and Springtrap. And if you look closer as well, you can see a camera above the door, and it's really interesting because you can see actually the red light of the camera is on, so this means the camera is actually recording right now. And could this be also some kind of feature of the map? Is there actually a functional camera system? Who knows? Or maybe it has something to do with the unique mechanic for Springtrap. The last screenshot is actually not really that new. It's just a different view of one of the screenshots from the stream, which shows Springtrap lower part of the body, and if you put it actually together with the other screenshot, like this guy, you can actually get a pretty good look on Springtrap's base model. And if you take a closer look, the detail is just crazy, and I think the model is just spot on. They really outdone themselves, and it was just clear that with the graphics DBD always does and the amount of passion they put into the projects and chapters, I can really understand why Scott Cawthon chose Dead by Daylight to do the one of the first Five Nights at Freddy's in-game collabs. So that's pretty much all the information we got today for the Five Nights at Freddy's collab with Dead by Daylight. I hope this video was pretty informative, and if it was, I would really appreciate if you leave a like so we can get the news out there. And that's pretty much it for today. After that whole Springtrap talk, you just probably want to listen to some chill fitting music, so why not click on this video? It's the most watched video on this channel, and until next time, enjoy!